So back in 2008, 2009, I had come back from Australia with a master's degree and was looking for work. And my parents had started a compost tea business after selling their nursery and landscaping company. And my father was one of the very first soil food web advisors, and he was super active in the compost tea community. We were one of the few people making commercially available compost tea brewers. So we were running the business out of my dad's garage, and one day I was literally mixing soils on a tarp in the driveway because I wanted to create a soil mix to be able to grow my own cannabis, but also with the idea being that if there was a medical patient and they wanted to grow their own plants, they wouldn't have to go into a hydro shop and get, a whole bottled nutrient line that was very confusing with feeding schedules. You just be able to start off with really good soil, water your plant, and know that you're going to get a good, healthy, organic yield that was consistent. So that was the dream when I first started this project. But, the term living soil didn't even exist back then. And two people actually stopped by that day I was mixing soils, Jaya and Hilary. And we went on to become really good friends. But I gave them some of the soil that I was mixing at the time because I knew they were growing in their house, in their basement. And Jaya tried it up against what he was doing at the time, which was an organic bottled nutrient line with Pro Mix. And he actually got better results using the soil mix. So he came back asking for more soil, and we started doing more trials together. He started putting a whole bunch of pots, fabric pots, together on a flood and drain tray, and he found that the roots actually started to grow through the pots. So then he's like, well, what if I just get rid of the pots altogether and grow in the flood and drain tray? So we started doing that and started experimenting with communal planting. And then he realized he wanted more soil, similar to what we do an outdoor raised bed. So he actually built sides to it and started growing at a depth of 10 to 12 inches. And then it was like, well, now that we're using this much soil, how do we keep that soil in place and re-amend it so we don't have to move it in and out of the house? Because as some of you may remember, moving soil in and out of your house at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, it was sketchy. So this was a good solution for that. So we started re-amending with our nutrient pack and compost. And then in 2011, I believe it was, Steve Solomon and Erica Reinheimer wrote the book, The Intelligent Gardener. And that really got me interested in soil testing. So I went down that rabbit hole and got really into how do we balance the fertility to put back in exactly what the plants took out. And so we started making improvements that way. And so fast forward, to where we are now, we found that living soil has all these applications beyond just where it originally started in our community. Because keep in mind, this story is not an origin story. It's just an origin story for like my group of friends and my local community, of whom Mako Farm, who you guys will see on here quite a bit. I get tagged and stuff with him. He's also a good friend and was definitely part of that group. But this is not unique to us. This was sort of happening concurrently in a lot of places around the world around this same time. But what I will say is we found that there were commercial applications for this because, this idea of taking soil or media and tossing it out and starting fresh every cycle is just not very environmentally friendly, and it's not sustainable. So I would argue this method of growing in beds, reusing the media, using soil testing to really dial things in is one of the most affordable and sustainable ways of doing controlled environment agriculture indoors, outdoors, in greenhouses. And if you're new to this channel or new to Living Soils, I hope you stick around, check it out, and comment below with any questions. Thanks, guys.